Hello, my dear boys and girls. My name is Miss May, and I'm going to be with you as we travel through Unit 7, Lesson 6, in Connect for Primary 4. I want to remind you to make sure to bring your books to all our sessions. You should also bring along papers and a pen. That's all you need to enjoy our lessons together, so let's begin. Have you thought about changes in your neighborhood? يعني المكان اللي احنا عايشين فيه اتغير زمان عن دلوقتي؟ Very good. Of course, it changed. So we will open together page 20. And in exercise 1, you will think about your town or neighborhood. We are going now to look at the whiteboard and compare between the neighborhood in the past and the neighborhood in the present. So, was it the same when your mom and dad were children? And what was different? So, let's look at the whiteboard. Let's write together on the board the differences between the past and the present. هنتكلم عن النيبرهود بتاعنا زمان ودلوقتي. يبقى هعمل كده لاين وهكتب past وهكتب present. طيب تعالوا نفكر مع بعض. النيبرهود بتاعنا زمان كان شكله ايه؟ كان عندنا مثلا low rise buildings، يعني مثلا البيوت ما كانتش كبيرة قوي زي دلوقتي، وكانت الليفلز بتاعتها محدودة، يعني ممكن نلاقي عمارة 6 levels or 7 levels maximum. إنما دلوقتي عندنا high rise buildings. So high rise buildings. برضو زمان كان النيبرهود بتاعنا very quiet. Okay, so we are going to write quiet. نخلي بالنا لو كتبنا كلمة quiet وحطينا e في الآخر هتكون بمعنى very. اوكي؟ لكن quiet بتتكتب كده اللي هي بمعنى حاجة هادية. طيب هو دلوقتي النيبرهود quiet زي زمان؟ لا، النيبرهود دلوقتي is very noisy. طب تعالوا نتكلم عن الناس نفسها. الناس زمان كانوا كلهم عارفين بعض وكان في بينهم friendly relationship. So people were friendly. الجيران مثلا كانوا بيزوروا بعضهم وكانوا عارفين أسامي بعض وكانوا زي الفاميليز. Nowadays people are very busy. So it's not friendly. It's not that friendly. So today we are busy. We have busy life. فمش بنزور جيراننا وبنتكلم معاهم زي الأول. Okay? So this is the difference between the neighborhood in the past and in the present. And now let's open page 20. Page 20, exercise number 1 says, think and say. Think about your town, neighborhood. Was it the same when your mom and dad were children? What was different? يعني ممكن بابا وماما يساعدونا في الاكسرسايز ده شوية، يقولوا لنا النيبرهود زمان كان شكله ايه وازاي هو مختلف عن النيبرهود دلوقتي، واحنا عملنا على البورد example ممكن ان هو يفيدكم وانتوا بتتكلموا عن السؤال ده. In exercise number 2, look and read. What is different now in Slim's town? سليم ولد هيحكي لنا الفرق ما بين النيبرهود زمان والنيبرهود دلوقتي. هو ايه اصلا يعني ايه نيبرهود؟ نيبرهود يعني المكان اللي احنا عايشين فيه، المنطقة اللي احنا عايشين فيها. My town then and now. يعني الماضي ودلوقتي. We are doing a history project in school about our town. هم شغالين في project في المدرسة. اوكي، مشروع في المدرسة. We looked at old photos. الصور القديمة ساعدتهم يعرفوا شكل النيبرهود زمان كان ايه. We spoke to our older neighbors to find out as much as possible. واتكلموا كمان مع الجيران اللي عايشين في المكان ده بقالهم فترة طويلة علشان يساعدوهم في البروجكت بتاعهم. تعالوا نبص هنا على الصور. صور العربيات هنا بتوضح لنا الفرق ما بين زمان وما بين دلوقتي. يعني مثلا هنا Grandma says that her mom and dad drove cars like this. يعني زمان الناس كانت بتسوق عربيات بالشكل ده. All the cars were gas cars، يعني العربيات كانت بتعمل بالجاز. They were very noisy، والعربيات كان صوتها مزعج جدا. تعالوا نشوف العربية التانية. Now we have a car that uses electricity and gas. العربيات دلوقتي في عربيات بتمشي بالكهرباء، ودي طبعا بتبقى صديقة للبيئة، وعربيات تانية بتمشي برضو بالجاز، بس هم مش noisy زي زمان. It's much cleaner and quieter. يعني دلوقتي العربيات مش بتعمل تلوث زي زمان، وخصوصا التلوث السمعي. Our town had a shopping area. وكان في مكان للشوبينج، يعني كان في مكان يروحوا يعملوا فيه شوبينج أو يشتروا منه حاجات. But it was very old. بس هو كان قديم شوية. Dad worked in a shoe store on Saturdays. وبابا كان بيشتغل في مكان بيعمل شوز، وكان بيروح كل Saturday. لما اجي احط اس على the days of the week معناه بعمله every day، يعني مثلا Saturdays يبقى every Saturday. Fridays every Friday. Today we have a big modern shopping mall. طبعا دلوقتي ال old shops خلاص ما بقتش موجودة، وبقى فيه الشوبينج مولز وفيه السوبر ماركتس والهايبر ماركتس وكده. But I don't like shopping. بس سليم مش بيحب يعمل shopping. I want to play football. وهو بيحب يلعب كورة. تعالوا نقرأ التكست one more time ونشوف سليم اتكلم ازاي عن البروجكت بتاعه. My town then and now. قلنا then and now يعني the past and the present. We are doing a history project in school about our town. بيعملوا مشروع في المدرسة عن التاون. We looked at old photos. We spoke to our older neighbors to find out as much as possible. وشوفنا هنا الصورتين اللي بيبينوا الكارز زمان كان شكلها ايه والكارز دلوقتي شكلها ايه. Grandma says that her mom and dad drove cars like this. All the cars were gas cars. They were very noisy. Now we have a car that uses electricity and gas. It's much cleaner and quieter. Our town had a shopping area, but it was very old. Dad worked in a shoe store on Saturdays. Today we have a big modern shopping mall, but I don't like shopping. I want to play football. تعالوا نشوف exercise number 3. Question number 1 says, how did Selim do research? He looked at old photos and spoke to their older neighbors and his grandma. Also, he spoke to his dad. So let's write this down. So he looked at old photos. What else did he do? And spoke to their neighbors, grandma, and who else? And dad. Okay, so again one more time. He looked at old photos and spoke to their neighbors, grandma, and dad. Let's go to question number 2, but I have to erase this first in order to have enough space to write the answer. So let's erase it first. Please read question number 2. Question number 2 says, why does Selim like modern cars? نخلي بالنا هنا ان انا عندي كلمة does. does يعني بتكلم في ال present tense مش في ال past tense. Okay, so why does Selim like modern cars? Very good, because they are cleaner and quieter than old cars. So let's write it down. Because they are cleaner and quieter than modern cars. Very good. In exercise number 4, do some research and write about your neighborhood. يعني انت هتعمل زي سليم، هتعمل project، وعلشان اعمل project لازم اعمل research. يعني لازم اسال الاولد neighbors، واسال مام، واسال داد، واسال جراندما ازاي النيبرهود ده شكله كان زمان ودلوقتي ايه الاختلاف عن زمان. How were the buildings different in the past؟ فاكرين قلنا في low rise buildings اللي هي بتبقى فيها levels like 6 or 7 levels، وفي very tall or high rise buildings. What are the buildings like today؟ يبقى انت هتركز في الريسيرش بتاعك على البيلدينجز. Well done my dear students. Now I want you to think of 1 or 2 people who have lived in your neighborhood for a long time. يعني افتكروا بقى مين عايش في النيبرهود ده بقاله وقت طويل قوي علشان هم هيساعدوكوا في الانترفيو. It will be very nice if you try to find some photos or pictures to see the neighborhood in the past and the present. يعني كمان لو عندهم صور تساعدنا في الريسيرش بتاعنا يبقى كويس جدا. After doing that, begin writing your research. بعد ما تجمع المعلومات بتاعتك ابتدي اكتب الريسيرش بتاعك. And now we will open page 21. Self-assessment. Number 5, think and write. Do you remember? How long is the Nile? Why do farmers grow crops near a river? What is a temperate climate? قلنا قبل كده self-assessment مش معناه ان انا لازم اجاوب صح ولازم ابقى حاسس ان انا لو جاوبت غلط تبقى مشكلة كبيرة قوي. لا، self-assessment ده بيساعدنا نعرف ايه الحاجات اللي احنا ما فهمناهاش كويس فنراجع عليها تاني. يعني هو مش امتحان. So let's answer the first question. How long is the Nile? Do you remember? Very good. 6.650 kilometers. So let's write it down. So 6.650 km. km يعني كيلومتر. Okay. Number 2, why do farmers grow crops near a river? ليه بنزرع near the river? Because the soil is very good, fertile and there is water. واتكلمنا المرة اللي فاتت لما قلنا كلمة fertile قلنا fertile و fertile the same بس different accents, American and British. لازم نبقى عارفين النطق الصح عشان ما حدش يجي يقول لنا لا انت بتقول الكلمة غلط. لازم نبقى عارفين الاكسنت اللي احنا بننطق بيها. So, why do farmers grow crops near a river? Because the soil is fertile and there is water. So let's write it down. Because the soil is fertile and there is water. وما ننساش الفول ستوب بتاعتي. Number 3, what is a temperate climate? فاكرين قلنا يعني ايه temperate؟ يعني in between، يعني moderate. Very good. A climate that is not too hot and not too cold. So a climate that is not too hot and not too cold. Let's read the questions and the answers one more time. Question number 1 says, how long is the Nile? So 6.650 kilometers. Why do farmers grow crops near a river? Because the soil is fertile and there is water. يعني ايه كلمة fertile اللي قلناها المرة اللي فاتت؟ يعني الأرض خصبة، ما دام الأرض خصبة يبقى هتطلع زرع. Number 3. What is a temperate climate? Temperate جاية من كلمة moderate. طب يعني ايه moderate؟ يعني in between. Temperate also in between. So the weather or the climate is not too hot and not too cold. Now in exercise number 6 you are going to write sentences to describe the pictures. لما أقول describe معناها إن أنا هستخدم adjectives. إحنا قلنا المرة اللي فاتت هستخدم كلمة to instead of very and an adjective to describe each picture. So let's look at the pictures. The first one, the car is. Number 2, the box is. Number 3, the food is. And number 4, the girl is. So look at the pictures and let's write down 2 plus the suitable adjective. So number 1, we are talking about the car. Look at the car. Very good. So the car is too big. So let's write together too big. Number 2, the box is. شايفين البوكس؟ The box is too small. Very good. Number 3, the food is. Look at the plate. It is too hot. Very good. So the food is too hot. Number 4, the girl is too cold. Very good. Too cold. So again, the car is too big, the box is too small, the food is too hot, and the girl is too cold. Now in exercise number 7, think and write. You have 1 minute, so only 1 minute. How many verbs in the past simple can you think of? يعني عندك دقيقة تفكر في verbs in the past tense. Very good. Let's write some verbs together in the past tense. Can you tell me a verb in the past tense? For example, what is the past tense of play? Played. Very good. How about eat? Ate. Okay, drink. Drank. How about see? Saw. Read. Read. بس read مش بتتكتب R-E-D زي color red، بتتكتب زي كلمة read بس بنقولها read. طيب put. مفيش حاجة في past tense اسمها putted. Verbs like put, cut and hit مش بياخدوا ED، بيفضلوا زي ما هما. So put. Can you think of another verb? For example, write, wrote. Can you give me another one? Looked, the past tense of look. طب تعالوا نراجع مع بعض الريجولر والirregular verbs. قلنا المرة اللي فاتت regular يعني بحط ed to the verb. الريجولر بغير شكل الفيرب تماما في الباست tense. طب تعالوا نبص كده مع بعض. Which verbs here are regular verbs؟ يعني ايه regular verbs؟ يعني خدوا ed في الباست tense. Played, very good, and looked. طب which verbs are irregular؟ irregular يعني مش بنحط ed في الباست tense. Drank, read، نخلي بالنا ان دي read مش read. Put, ate, saw, and wrote. Very good, my dear boys and girls. In exercise number 8, I want you to think about Unit 7. All the unit. You are going to write 2 things you enjoyed and 2 things you learned. And now we have finished our lesson. We have done a great job through this unit. In the next unit, you will be thinking about festivals and special days. Next time, you are going to have loads of fun as usual. See you. Bye-bye.